I got Ted back for another episode. I try to get him as much as I possibly can because he is world renowned, super famous in Antarctica. He's all over the place doing big things with podcasting. And if you're not already listening to The Heel Truth, you suck. And I don't know what you're doing. So I brought you on this week to see if I could get the old man out of you because you have been pushing me to watch The Lost Boys and Young Guns for months. And I got done with The Lost Boys this week. And I started thinking about it, and I wonder if it's the same for wrestling because it feels like old movies are just better than new movies. And we kind of think the same thing about wrestling, right? Because you're an old wrestling fan. Do you think old wrestling is just better than new wrestling?
Certain aspects of it. Things change. We know that, and we understand that. I mean, we went from Lost Boys to I don't know which one come first, but we went from those type of vampires to Underworld, which I really enjoy, except for was it Underworld 2 or 3?
Lost Boys is better than all of those movies combined. I'll go ahead and stop you right there. Lost Boys is better than every Underworld movie combined. I'm just
saying the evolution. Now, the first Underworld I did enjoy, but we went from those type of vampires to Twilight. Don't get me started on sparkly vampires, even though I'm okay with Edward playing Batman. I was okay with that. But movies are subjective, just like wrestling. Okay. So what did you think of The Lost Boys?
No, it was really, really good. I thought Young Guns was a little bit better, but it was really, really good. I don't really like vampire movies for the conversation because I don't really like any of them. The only one I've ever really liked is Interview with a Vampire. That's the only one that'll ever get a 9-star review from me out of 10. Lost Boys have come around at about 7. That's not bad.
No, but was it not worth it just to see Grandpa save the day at the end of the movie?
Yeah. So that's a super face moment for Grandpa. Grandpa's on the Mount Olympus of faces the whole movie. He's just the guy that makes everything not scary and crazy. He's just walking around doing what Grandpa does. You got to respect that. Great face in movies right there.
Yes.
Also, I'd say Kiefer Sutherland is a great transitional heel too.
Yes, he is. Yes, Kiefer is a great heel.
But he doesn't have to be, because it felt like in Young Guns, he was kind of the anti-hero, like we said. So he kind of wavers into that like land of being someone that you support, even though he kills people.
Yes.
And like, this is one of those things where I found myself like, God, man, he's just so cool, dude. He can't help himself. It's kind of like John Moxley. Even when he's being a heel, you want to be like, God, you're so cool. Just tone it down. I'm trying to hate you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want Kiefer to die. I wanted to see him escape somehow. And we actually got a great Lost Boys 2 because the Lost Boys 2 that was made, I think it went direct to video, sucked.
So there's another one that's not any good, is what you're saying.
It sucks.
Oh, man. That's not what I like to hear. So that identifies us as saying that Young Guns 1 and 2 will definitely bury Lost Boys 1 and 2.
And then there's like a Lost Boys 3 where the Frog Brothers reunite, and it's all about them.
Huh. Why they make sequels? That's a mistake. It's the same thing with wrestling. Just quit trying to recreate things. That's why it's not so good. Back to wrestling. Because everything in wrestling is just recreations of old things that happened before. They can't come up with new stuff now. We just have to recreate Shawn Michaels' whole career on NXT. You know what I mean?
Well, we love nostalgia, though.
Yeah, we do. Okay, that's fair. I guess I could get with you on that. But is the nostalgia ever worth it? Have you ever gotten the nostalgia and then been like, you know what? That's kind of worth it. Like, I can't think of a sequel that they've made 20 years in the future, and afterwards I've been like, that's all right. I watched that shit brick Maverick movie that you praised so hard yesterday, too.
You didn't like Top Gun Maverick?
No, I don't really like the first one, if I'm being honest. I'm going to go ahead and start you with that. Just not a big fan of Top Gun and like flying planes. Like the whole idea is it's like a poorly put together 80s movie that people just like bow down at a poster in their room in front of. And it's just like, no, it's all right. Like I get what you're saying. Like I get why people like it. It's just Roadhouse exists. You know what I mean? Like Roadhouse exists. Like we can just push Top Gun out the back door and just focus on Roadhouse. It's a much better movie.
No, Lord, no. No, no, God. Yes, that's why Top Gun Maverick exists. That's why people love it. That's why I've already watched it 4 times. Once in
Four?
the theater,
Four?
once in the
Like the
yes,
number of the horsemen? Four?
yes. Tom Cruise would have made a great horseman. Woo!
No way did you just put Tom Cruise in the Horseman. Now I feel like we're gonna have to do like you did and draft 80s actors into being in the Horseman. Who are your other nominees for Horseman of the 80s
Okay,
actors?
well, okay, maybe not Tom Cruise, but could you not see a young Val Kilmer in the
Yeah,
Horseman?
yeah, I could.
Okay,
I wouldn't mind
okay,
Kiefer as the Ric Flair while we're on the subject of the Lost
okay,
Boys.
okay. So Tom Cruise is Surfer Sting.
Oh wow, that's fair. Super faced in every movie. You're right. When have you seen Tom Cruise play a villain? Never.
That one movie where he kidnapped what was it, Day and Night?
I ain't seen that. It looked like shit, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, and I didn't watch all of it. And then wasn't there a movie where him and Jamie Foxx and he was like the bad guy?
Collateral, isn't it?
Maybe.
Great movie. That's a top tier
Okay.
movie. Jamie Foxx only does bangers.
Okay.
I really
So,
like for our 80s horsemen. I was just watching LA Confidential. I want Russell Crowe.
oh yeah, I can do Russell Crowe.
He's also a little bit too faced to be a bad guy, though. You know what I mean? Maybe he needs to be in a face stable as well. Most of the guys we're nominating are just super faces. There aren't a lot of super heels in acting of that era.
Um,
It's slim pickings because you think about it, if you like someone, most of the time they're a face, especially when it comes to acting. Maybe
oh
like
no, I got a perfect one, and he's still even now though, but now he's older. You're pulling for him. Is Johnny from Karate Kid?
oh
Now he's
great
Cobra Kai.
heel, great heel,
Yeah,
misunderstood heel.
yeah. There
Maybe
you
he's
go.
an anti-hero.
Maybe CM Punk.
I don't think he's got the name value to be CM Punk.
Maybe CM Punk instead of being on uh what's the wrestling show that they just renewed
That they just renewed.
with Green Arrow?
Oh, you're talking about heels.
Yeah, Hills. Yeah. So maybe CM Punk instead of being on that, maybe he should be on Cobra Kai.
I'm interested. I'm actually interested in CM Punk only doing cameos from now on and just taking a break from wrestling for a year.
Hey, okay. And don't CM Punk have that GI Joe Cobra tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
So right there, it fits into Cobra Kai.
I'm in. You got me. I loved him in Mayans. Give him more.
Yeah.
He's great.
But in a shoot fight, Miyagi takes.
Oh, Miyagi would break his legs.
Yeah. Shoot fight.
I'm relatively certain that a 10-year-old kid could beat up CM Punk at this point.
Possibly.
Well, you know that Jericho is the world's best fighter in the world. He took on Brock Lesnar and he's taken on Goldberg. Everybody cowers to Jericho.
He didn't have to take them on because they were scared of him.
He's such a good heel that he's got in their face and they said, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
I don't want any problem of the Magic Man, the Wizard.
But here's the thing. I don't even think you're talking about old wrestling going back to the thing like with me with the 80s. Think about the other generation that wants so much for the Attitude Era to be back.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
And then these young people now that grew up in the, I don't know why, between 2010 and 2019 or 20 would ever want it, but 20 years from now, they're going to say, I don't even know what was going on, but you know.
How many people nowadays make Michael Keaton their best Batman? Let's put it that way, because everything is through an era lens. So you take whatever era you like and you say, this is the best thing. Nothing can ever top this until the next generation comes along and breaks every record that ever existed. And then you have to deal with that. And then it's the old school Roman versus the world conversation, where when he breaks every record at the end of the day, how are people going to sit here and say he's not a good wrestler? Right. You know what I mean? But it feels like, especially with the territory days, like people really, really love that era if they lived through it and they got to see it firsthand. And they could be right. Yeah. Because there was stuff being done in that era that had never been done before. You're painting a fresh canvas with a new brush. Whereas now we've got a canvas that's already been painted that we have to color over and then repaint.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's
So
very insightful.
it seems like it's always going to be, I like these movies because this is what I grew up on, or this is what I saw at a formidable time in my life, so that's what I like. So for you, it was The Horsemen and it was The Territories, and you got to see all that firsthand in your living room. For me, it was Steve Austin and The Rock, and I got to see that firsthand in my living room.
Right.
But I also think that there are things being done to legitimize the sport and keep it alive and keep it at a high level right now on both shows too. So I don't want to play the game of old is better than new. But when it comes to movies, I am finding that they're running out of things to do very, very fast. And I'm worried that we're going to get to that point in wrestling too, because it does seem like we're redoing the Montreal screw job every 10 years.
Well, and I also think the other thing with old was the kayfabe, because it was like we saw it, and part of us was like, "Oh man, that can't be real," you know. And I think that was what it was. It was when they pulled back the curtain, and we knew for sure. I mean, it was just like when reality TV come on. Everybody, they thought lizard lick towing was real. They think Pawn Stars is real.
It is real. What do you mean? That's not fake. The Pawn Stars are real guys. I've pawned in there.
Yes, they're real guys, but the shots are not. Everything is not spontaneous.
So you're telling me when I took my grandfather's musket into the Pawn Stars shop that it wasn't real, and that they brought in a weapons expert that isn't a legit weapons expert, and it was just some guy named Tim.
I'm talking about the production value of it. I'm talking about how scenes are staged.
Oh, you're right. There was like a really dirty wall behind where I was standing. I don't think they would have filmed that.
And just like on these Bachelor shows and all these others, how they've talked about, they'll let them have alcohol to loosen up before they get in the room to share their feelings in front of the camera. And they, all this kind of stuff.
I got to be honest. I didn't know any of this.
Oh, God, yeah.
The Bachelor's not real?
I mean, it's real to a point, but some of this stuff, they
be liquoring up the people to make them talk more?
Yes, they liquor up people. And then they stop the scene. It's just like in wrestling. It's a backstage promo.
They be liquoring up wrestlers?
Well, there may be some of them. Back in the 80s, I'm sure there was some coked up, but But I think that was the thing back in the day, is we wanted to believe so hard and so much that, oh my God, these people are being so violent to each other on TV and nobody's getting arrested. And then when the curtain got completely pulled back, it was like, now we have to play along and suspend our disbelief. Because again, wrestling is so unique. Whereas when we watch Avengers, we know that there's not a talking raccoon from outer space, because we understand that. Well, I mean, there may be, but we've not met them yet. Okay. But wrestling is like these real life people, and we want it to be real. So that's why you're talking about repainting the picture. That's like right now, I think a lot of us older guys love MJF because he's got that vibe of the 80s in him. He's not doing dives. He's, just keeping it kayfabe the whole time. And I mean, like the tag team match with him and Sammy against Darby and Jungle Boy, and he looked at Sammy like they were going to bounce against the ropes and jump on him outside. He didn't do it. He let Sammy do it. He's not going to do that.
He ain't taking them bumps.
Huh?
He ain't taking them bumps.
Oh, no.
Got to save the $1 million body, man.
Work smart, not hard.
I agree. All right. Well, I'm glad I figured you'd take the young people approach because you're kind of a young person at heart.
Well, I mean, I enjoy some of the stuff, but do I miss the old stuff? Yes, I do. But I mean, I do like some aspects of the new, and I can get into it. But I'm not going to sit and say, I mean, here's the way, like the high flying moves. I'll go ahead and say this. I can handle the high flying moves if they tell the story. What I don't like is everybody doing the same move during a show. Okay.
I kind of think that you're right now being the Steve Buscemi character in that meme where he comes in like the backwards hat and the skateboard. He's like, "How you doing, fellow kids?"
Well, I mean, like if you're watching AEW and Darby Allin opens up the opening match and he does the tope suicida through the through the ropes. I mean, he shoots through those ropes like a bullet. Okay. If he does that move and he's in the opening match, no one else should be doing that the rest of the night unless it is somebody like Jon Moxley who looks so awkward when he does it.
Well, that's hard to do, though, because the style of most of the wrestlers on that company are similar. Like, to me, like, you think that there's a lot of people that would do that running tope suicida through the ropes.
That's
at least three.
If you're not up at the highest level, find something new. Find something creative.
So you want Tony to go through the roster and be like, okay, you do a tope suicida, but he does a tope suicida too. So you're gonna have to do a stunner this week, buddy. I'm sorry, but
I don't want Tony to. I want the people to be cognizant of what they're doing and be smart about it.
That's a lot to be cognizant about.
I mean, like me, when I got into the podcast world, and this is not to put any of you feller podcasters down, but everybody was doing a review show. So guess what? I know I can't do a review show as good as everybody else, so I'm not going to do it.
Kind of feels like this is a shot at me. Is this a shot at me?
No. You don't do review. You talk about everything.
I did.
I know you did at the beginning, but I wasn't listening then. So I didn't go in your back catalog and listen to all your reviews.
Good. I'm glad you did it. They were bad. They were really bad.
But that's the thing. Just like YouTube. I don't have the setup. I don't have a camera. I don't have a fancy mic. I don't have a green screen. I don't know how to edit and put in graphics and stuff like that. So why do it?
Sounds like you need to get your producer Daniel on this, man.
Daniel's good, but he's so busy in Hollywood right now. It's hard for him. He's like The Rock. He's in John Cena. He's a part-timer.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You got to be do it most of the time yourself here,
huh? So my thing is stay in my lane. I talk about heels. I come on every week. You know what you're going to get with me. And is it the best? Well, I'm award-winning, critically acclaimed, #1 in Antarctica. I have sponsors. So let the facts decide.
That's fair. That's fair. I was at your meet and greet.
Yes.
You're running them hard, man. You had a big old crowd out there, huh?
Yeah, at Dave's Flea Market every Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m.
Signing autographs and kissing babies.
That's right. No, I don't kiss babies.
I'm not a politician, Taylor.
I'll smack your kid for you if he's 2 or older. And he wants
I forgot. It's the hillbilly heel. The hillbilly heel. You got to smack him. No kissing babies around here. We're just smacking them on the top of the head.
And pouring Mountain Dew in their bottles.
I actually really like that as a heel move. I don't think that's a been done thing where you just take a bottle from a child and pour Mountain Dew in it. Woo!
What do you mean that's a heel move? I know families that have done that. That's not a.
It is if you're a wrestler. That's never been seen on live TV. We can absolutely do this. I will bring a fake baby to a show when I become a wrestler, and you can be my manager and pour Mountain Dew in his bottle. I think this will work.
No, I think we should go with vodka.
A staged baby, and now we're getting staged babies drunk. We're gonna get canceled here. I don't know how much we're allowed to do on this because MJF has almost been canceled twice now, 2 pay-per-views in a row for throwing water on people and yelling at people. Everybody gets mad. I think they'll be real mad when we give alcohol to a baby.
They probably will.
How do we get here? I had such good plans for this podcast, and we were going to go somewhere really special, and now we're heels giving alcohol to babies.
Okay, go ahead. Get back on track.
All right, so I do think, though, that there is something to it, because you think about basketball in any era that you probably watched, which is probably the 80s or the 90s for you, right? And
yes, Jordan is better than LeBron.
So no, I don't know though, because if you take
there's no question.
Take it from a pure numbers standpoint, it's not necessarily true. Like you could do the ring thing if you want, that's fine. But like he's a better overall player for a longer period of time. He's been more consistent for a longer period of time.
Who?
LeBron. He's been more consistent for a longer period of time, and he never had to take a break to do that.
Well, now the break was Michael's not his choice.
Well, so you think he was, hey, you need to retire for a few years because of the gambling?
Yes, that was him and David Stern.
I don't.
Stern
So this isn't
out.
widely known stuff. Like, you're getting into basketball conspiracy stuff here. I don't think a lot of people know that Michael retired not to play baseball, but because he was forced to retire.
Right.
That's a great. I mean, I wish people would talk about it more, but I think people are scared of being sued by the big man with $1 billion.
You're not afraid of being sued. You'll let me talk about it.
Oh, great. Yeah, go ahead. Why don't we just do all of our Michael Jordan conspiracies? By the way, that movie that dropped on Amazon Prime yesterday, that Air, best movie of the year I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to watch it. But no, Jordan, yeah, I mean, and that is true. We do that. But now I'll go forward and, I can go with Tom Brady being one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
That's fair. That's fair. But also, you got to say that there are people that it's a different game. So we're looking at a pass-centric league now where it wasn't always like that. So the numbers are skewed and the numbers are different. It's the same with the NBA today, and it's the same with wrestling today. The numbers are skewed, and that's what I was trying to get at, is we're looking at something from the lens of what we saw. So when I ask you a point-blank question like, is Ric Flair the best wrestler to ever live? Is there anybody today that's better than Ric Flair? A pointed question, and the answer is probably no, right?
In my opinion, yes.
Right. So I don't think it's a bad argument to have because he is dynamic at everything that has to do with wrestling, right? But most of us can do this with any sport. Like, we can say, hey, Michael Jordan's the best basketball player to ever live. It's hard to argue because his resume speaks for itself. But when things are actively moving in a direction where people tend to be really, really good at everything, you have to be to succeed now. Someone like MJF is not a bad person to throw into the conversation and say, hey, we can stick these two up next to each other, and maybe I'm right and maybe I'm wrong, but MJF might be there someday.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So that's the whole thing. I'm interested to see 20 years from now. I'll be 72. I'll be even grumpier than I am now. But it'll be interesting to see what the landscape is. There's a manager in some little indie promotion up around Minnesota and all that named JJ Rode. Will he ever make it to the big time? I mean, I'm curious to see. I doubt it. He seems like a good hand as a manager, but I don't know if he's main event material.
I've seen him take a good stunner, man. He takes a stunner really well.
He does bump good. He does bump good. I'll give him that.
You just always find a way to get us here. But no matter what, you're going to work this in somehow. Why don't you hit him with your catchphrases on through with it too, Ted? Why don't you go ahead and hit him with every one of your catchphrases? Tell us what your last episode was about.
We're talking about in the future. Curious to see Nick Wayne. I want to see what this kid can do. I'm eager for his debut in AEW.
Wait, it's soon, isn't it? Isn't it supposed to be in June?
Well, yeah, I'm assuming because he had to graduate high school. It's May, so graduations will be coming up at the end of the month.
I think there's a date for it. I think it's late June. They've already announced it.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's going to be a superstar, though, man. He's going to absolutely be a superstar.
Forbidden Door, maybe?
But the problem is this is a conversation that might not be for this podcast, but screw it, we're already here. Is it cohesive to build him the way that they're building someone like Sammy or Jungle Boy or Darby? Or do you have to go outside the box when you have someone like Nick Wayne, who by all accounts is a superstar at his age, and he's 6 years younger than all those guys? Because you bring Hook out of the box being a little smaller than everybody else, and you book him a certain way, and it's hindered Hook. I think that's a thing that we can say now. It's hindered Hook. And Sammy's been fine, and Sammy's had a nice career. Darby's had a nice career with TNT championships, but I don't see any of them as successful world champions when I look at them.
Not now, but that's, again, 5 years from now. Is MJF still there? Is MJF in Hollywood? You
But
know,
it's not even like you would think it would be like a size thing though, but it's not even a size thing because you could put a title on someone like Adam Cole right now and I wouldn't blink an eye at it.
right?
Or
And
Orange
then
Cassidy.
right, and then the other thing you got to look, yeah, that's where's the landscape in 5 years? You know, how are things going? Because yeah, Punk's coming back, but is he going to be there in 5 years? Is Jericho the only one of the old timers that'll probably still be there? Is the GOAT, Double J? I mean, he'll still be smashing guitars over people's heads.
Yeah, that's fair. He'll be there till he dies, probably like a jury on the bench.
But yeah, I mean, the whole landscape, we're going to see what's going to happen, and even on the WWE side, you know, okay, if Roman goes to Hollywood in the next 5 years, and then you know Lashley will be older, AJ, Edge, all them, so you know, if you've got the Austin Theory and the Grayson Waller and all these other young guys coming up, you know, and Braun Breaker finally coming up and all these, how is that landscape going to look?
Well, I can tell you how it's going to look. Austin Theory is going to be a Hall of Famer. That's what I'm going to say to you right now. A first ballot Hall of Famer in Austin Theory, and it's a guarantee. Stamp it, mark it, book it. He will have a great run as a heel and an Intercontinental Champion, and then afterwards, he'll never go heel again. He'll be face for the rest of his career. Watch and learn.
I don't watch enough WWE to argue with you on that.
Well, in 3 years after he becomes a face, you're gonna love him so much that you're gonna start weekly watching WWE. That's how good he's gonna be. You're gonna be glued into Monday nights, excited to see what Austin Theory does next.
What am I? Am I going to change my podcast and just talk about faces then?
Well, I don't know, man. It depends on how good of a face he is.
No.
The face truth.
No.
It could happen. You never know.
No. Oh no, I know it won't happen. I'm contractually obligated to myself to talk about heels. Long-term deal.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll just keep trying to get you into Austin Theory. I think I'm the only one on this boat. He has terrible merch. It's hard to support him because his merch is so bad.
No, I mean, he's okay. He's got the potential. I think the problem is the booking. That's the thing. I want to see him booked correctly. You know, the whole selfie thing really didn't work. And now I need him in the ring with other people than Bobby Lashley. Get him away from Bobby Lashley.
We got more blood last night. Did you see that again? I think it's going to be a few days before we release this. But
I got to watch it this afternoon.
They're just bleeding everywhere, man. They're just bleeding all over the place.
Yeah,
it almost feels like it's a purpose thing. Like Triple H is like, you know what? I'm going to put all the blood on TV.
Did you see the one report that internally the top-rated heel, I forget which brand he got drafted to, was Grayson Waller?
Really? To SmackDown?
Yeah, that he was on their internal memo. He's like the top 1 or 2 heel on.
Well, I think this will probably get released next week, but last night they had everybody that they brought to SmackDown on the show, which is something that I really, really love. They set up all 3 of them for matches next week, too. So Grayson's got a Grayson Waller effect or whatever he did on NXT next week. They got Pretty Deadly in a match, which, by the way, those boys are good. They might have themselves a fan.
Them guys. I'm okay. They're not
catchphrases, man. Just like you do. They found themselves a catchphrase. They can walk right in, say the catchphrase on site. It's marketable. That's why your podcast is award winning. You're good at your job, but you're also really good at catchphrasing. They're great at catchphrasing. As soon as they walked in, they go, "Yes, boy." And I was like, I'm in. You win.
LA Knight. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know,
LA Knight. Gotta love it. Let me talk to you.
So, I mean, that's the thing.
All the best wrestlers have a catchphrase.
And now Cody Rhodes has even come up with his own now.
Got to tell that story.
Well, no, his and his.
What do you want to talk about?
What do you guys want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Hey, I'm Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about?
Real quick, I did read. I haven't watched the whole clip, but I read about the interaction between the bloodline. So here's your spoiler alert. If Cody is Money in the Bank after Crown Jewel or the Saudi Night of Clash of Champions?
I think LA Knight's going to win that.
Well, you better hope Cody Rhodes wins Money in the Bank.
So he can switch brands and come after Roman?
That's the only way. That's how you're going to know the future of it. If Cody wins Money in the Bank, he's going to beat Roman for the title.
What would happen if he just showed up on the other show that he wasn't contractually obligated to show up on?
I don't know.
Is there rules against that?
Who knows? They change, but I'm saying if Cody doesn't win Money in the Bank, they're going to put that new World Heavyweight title on him. But if he does win
he lost. He's out.
No, but I'm talking about after whoever wins it. After Seth wins it.
Damn, you going to do that to my man AJ?
Well, I mean, I'd love to see AJ, but I'm saying Seth or AJ, whoever wins it, eventually, if Cody does not win Money in the Bank, he will probably end up winning that title.
What you're doing here is you're basically saying instead of just slapping Cody Rhodes in the face, let's also slap Cody Rhodes in the face and then slap Seth Rollins in the face as well. Because we're going to give Seth Rollins a belt and then give it to the person that he has had the best feud with that he's had in the last 2 years, which him losing essentially hurts him. Nothing hurts Seth right now, but that would hurt him.
Yeah, because it looks like the patterns. Unless Cody wins Money in the Bank, Jay is going to face Roman at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship.
Oh, man. I wouldn't mind Jay taking a little shot at it.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that Triple H said this is just the beginning of the story. Maybe Cody was never the story. Maybe we go back to the original part of the Bloodline story, Jay and Roman.
Why don't they just squash him now? Just have Brock kill him in a couple weeks.
Think about it. Jay and Jimmy, Jimmy's in Jay's corner, Jay and Roman at SummerSlam. Jay wins the title. Solo Sikoa comes in. They beat Jay down at the end of the match to get the heat. The Rock runs out. And The Rock runs out, makes the save, and tells Roman that Jay is really in the bloodline. He's the one. And you set up finally Rock and Roman with no belts on the line at WrestleMania 40.
All right. I'm kind of sold on it. I know this is not what people want, but if we wanted to get this at the beginning and now we're going to get it, is it selfish for me to still kind of want The Rock versus Roman?
No. Wrestling's like pizza. It's subjective. Everyone likes their own topping and crust.
Unless you like anchovies, then you're just gross. Don't say you like anchovies on my podcast, Ted. Don't you do it.
No, I don't. But there are some, I have seen penguins in the Antarctica that eat pizza with anchovies on them from some of my fans.
Okay, everybody has their pizza that they like, even penguins.
Yes, penguins do.
Thank you for coming on, Ted. I appreciate you taking this rabbit hole experience down the train with me again.
You're welcome.
Your podcast is incredible. Everybody should already follow it. You're not on Twitter, but you will get a link when this comes out with your episode, like I do every week. Still, even though you're not on Twitter, I'm representing you by posting your links every week.
Yes, and be sure to check out Jaded Wrasslin on the Facebook, the Instagram, TikTok, wherever they're found, especially TikTok. Subscribe, watch those videos, go on the audio, give Jaded Wrasslin some love, some five. Hit him up on Twitter.
Review. Thank you very much, Ted. I will talk to you soon. And real quick before I go, is MJF better than Ric Flair? Yes or no?
Not yet.
All right. Thank you.